The Blue and Orange Brunch Show has just begun, and boy, do we got a lot to talk about. I got a real question, and I know we've been talking about this game because it was a pretty impressive win. But did the Spurs victory bolster your thoughts on the Knicks winning the championship? We'll also talk about some of the key matchups. We got some big games. We could talk about the 4-game slate. I want to know what you guys think our record will be after this 4-game slate. Also, Giannis makes his first appearance back in Milwaukee and looks pretty good despite the Bucks as a whole getting smashed. Did the Knicks make a mistake? Should we have considered pushing harder on a trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo? Mitchell Robinson, he's somebody who is a pretty interesting figure in the Knicks lore. A lot of people love him. Some people don't think that he's good enough. Well, we're going to ask a huge question about his availability, okay? And how that may also play a role in his contract this offseason. Josh Hart's shooting slump apparently rears its ugly head again at the wrongest time possible when things are getting serious. But does Josh Hart poor shooting negatively impact his role with the Knicks? And also, we got the Knicks versus Raptors. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I may be a little concerned, not too concerned, but we're gonna discuss the particulars and some of the key details involving tonight's game between the Knicks and the Raptors. Do the Knicks have a chance to win again for the 4th straight time? Or will Toronto triumph at home? We're going to talk about that today on the Blue and Orange Brunch. So let's get this thing started. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan. And I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you know the vibes, man. Tell a friend that we live, man. Man, welcome to the show. Big time salute to everybody who is in the building early. I do appreciate all of you guys as we get this thing cracking. All right, on a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday afternoon, all right? And before we begin, you guys know the formalities. We got to get the likes up. This is like a ongoing ritual that we have on this channel. We treat the like button as if it's a necessary tool, because it is a necessary tool to help us let YouTube know that this is the place to be. Where else can you get this great Knicks talk on the afternoon? So you might as well smash that like button so more people could come join us, all right? And then while you're at it, you might as well subscribe, because we know that over 60+% of you guys in the last 28 days are not subscribed to the channel. So welcome aboard. And this is a great chance to join, because we're on the road to 10,000, and we're looking to give back on our way there. So our next milestone is 5K. And we have the 5K giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. That's it. There's no emails. There's no phone numbers. None of that type of stuff. All you have to do is subscribe, and you'll be entered in the chance to win this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. Okay? Once again, all you have to do is subscribe. There's no other formalities to enter. All right, bam, here's the card right there. So one of you guys who are subscribed will win this card. We will ship this out to you. So definitely tell a friend we're live, so we all have the opportunity to join aboard this. I want to give a special Special salute and shout out to Maxine, the super producer. Today is her birthday. So we got to let her know happy birthday. Happy birthday, Maxine. We do appreciate you. It's a very, very special day. And by the way, if you do want to show Maxine some love, feel free to send her a Cash App for her birthday. All right. Her Cash App is $ mental wealth cult. For all of you guys that want to show her some love, she is in the chat. So this is her birthday. And, you know, we still wanted to do the show. You know, we could have been off doing some birthday things, but hey, we got to also keep putting in the work in. But today is a very special day. And tonight, we won't be here tonight after the game because this is her birthday. So show her some love. And she's in the chat as well. Definitely give her a shout. Big time salute to everybody else that's in the building early. Hopefully, y'all ready to talk Knicks. I see JJ in the building. All right. I see Zach in the building. L Figgy. Big time salute all the channel members on deck. We form like Voltron. OKF Nation. All right. Who else is in the building? Big time salute to Jay Davis. All right. And David Fonseca. Big time salute. So a lot to talk about this morning. Coming off that big win against San Antonio. Honestly, like, it seems like the world was like in a uproar, or rather everyone was, well, they paid attention to the game on Sunday, and a lot of people was giving us our props. Hey, man, the Knicks look good. Wow, phenomenal. Then you had guys who claimed to be Knicks fans like Stephen A. Smith finding ways to bring Detroit into the picture. I didn't understand that, you know, but all in all, you know, it was an interesting game. But did it give you some more inspiration, more belief in this team? Keep it real. I want to know. Did it bolster your title beliefs? Did you have to see Wemby go down? Did you have to see Davis slay Goliath in order for your faith in this team to grow? What say you? That's one thing I want to talk about. As for me, you guys already know, especially the guys that have been riding, not the new people. You guys will learn. But I've been calling for the San Antonio Spurs finals matchup for a long time. I always wanted the Spurs in the final. I feel like it's a beautiful matchup for us. I truly believe that, because you want to catch Wemby in his first finals. I don't want to see Wemby in his second or third final. That's a different Wemby. But the first finals, I think he and the entire San Antonio Spurs organization will crumble like cookies in milk. Okay? So I don't need wins to boost my faith, especially regular season. Regular season wins don't really tell me anything about the postseason. It really doesn't. All the regular season is important because it's about positioning for the postseason, and it counts on your record, and you get awards and money and all of that, right? So I'm not one to say that the regular season doesn't count, like it's an exhibition. That right there is crazy. No, the regular season counts, but it's for playoff position. And so I don't give a damn, Detroit, about 65 wins if you make it that far. Will you make it to the big dance? And just because you win all those games doesn't mean you're going to make it to the big dance, one. Or two, win if you make it to the big dance. But despite the 0-3 in the regular season, and I said this when it was 0-2, we're either two of the Street Fighter characters, to all the people who watch Street Fighter or play Street Fighter, we're either M. Bison in the Eastern Conference, or we're either Ryu. All right? That's what we are. All right? You got to meet us in the finals, baby. Because we staying in the top three. Oh, 100%. But this is something that we could talk about if you want. What I'm going to do, how we always start the show, I want to pull up the scores from yesterday because, you know, just to see what happened, just to see where we are. bam, as I go to research mode. So we could look at, and then we'll get to tonight's games. So last night, the Rockets, they beat the Wizards in a very close game. I don't really understand what I take it back. I know what the Wizards are doing. The Wizards are definitely tanking. We know that 100%. I know Trae Young is supposed to make his debut. I don't think he made his debut yet. But anyway, them young boys are playing. Trey Johnson, Koulibaly, what's the other one? Bub Carrington. Them young boys, they are playing basketball. They like screw tanking. I saw the game because I do my scouting report for Toronto. So I saw the Wizards game. Man, the Wizards was lighting up Toronto early in the game. I was like, damn. And then my man, that kid I told you about. Now, I'm not saying, I don't know if I was the first one to tell you about Real Rally, but I did tell you that, right? Maybe in the Knicks community, I'm the first one to tell you that boy Will Rally is a problem. A serious problem. And in fact, in that game I watched when they played against Toronto, he was the leading scorer off the bench. So while they're trying to tank, them young bulls in Washington, they like, screw that. We trying to win. So that's why their games are kind of close. They're actually really competing. The young players, not the Wizards as an organization, but the players, the young bulls, they are out there trying to win. They not take. Vujicic had a block. He had a crazy block on some. It was crazy. Anyway, so that's probably why this game was close, but the Rockets still won nonetheless. The Celtics beat the Bucks. Now, normally I would say nobody gives a damn about that, but I can't because the Greek Freak, soon to be a Knick. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he made his first game back, and in a poor showing, he had 19 and 11 in a poor showing as the Celtics blew out the Bucks. And I'm like, damn, I was hoping Giannis could get that win because we in a dogfight with the Celtics for second place. A lot of people feel like we can't catch Boston. I don't think that's the case. I think we can catch the Celtics because I think that, especially if we handle ourselves during this 4-game stretch, we already started the first leg against San Antonio, a game that we were the underdog in, right? And we managed to pull that out. So I do think that we should be fine when it comes to it. Make sure I'm in the center. Okay. But so the Bucks lost that. The Nuggets and the Jazz, nobody gives a damn about that. If there's one team that's not playing ball, even though this game was close, it's the Utah Jazz. They are tanking. They're trying to get another good pick in the draft. And then, of course, you have the Clippers and the Warriors. Clippers with the win. I don't think Steph Curry played this game. He's been out dealing with some issues. But this is a big win for the Clippers. Amidst the scandal, we're going to find out the results. A lot of people are talking about Kawhi Leonard to the Knicks. I don't know about that. But nonetheless, the Clippers are still trying to make the playoffs. As far as tonight's game, we got the Knicks and the Raptors, okay? This is taking place in Toronto, and we are the favorite. -2.5 on the road. When we have a negative record on the road against sub 500 teams. When I last calculated, it was 5-13 or 14, something like that. So we know that we haven't been good on the road, but at the end of the day, they still got us as the favorites. I'll be breaking this game down a little bit later. As far as the Hornets and the Mavericks, the Hornets are about to get the 500. By the way, J-Tap, if you're listening, I told you the Hornets, they are emerging. I told you, J-Tap. Okay? But they're about to take on the Mavericks, and they should beat the Mavericks tonight. As far as the Cavaliers and the Pistons, this is another good game. I will be watching this game. I do think that I'm going to watch it on replay. I think that, no, Donovan Mitchell's still out. Damn. So, yeah, I mean, the Pistons always have great luck. They play against teams when they don't got their players. So, I think that the Pistons are going to win. Without Mitchell, it's going to be tough. Though Harden, you know what? I don't know, because Harden and Allen has proven to be a formidable duo thus far, but we'll see. Magic versus the Wizards. I have no incentive to watch this game, but this may be a good game. The Magic are trying to assert themselves in the playoff picture, while the Wizards, them young Bulls, they playing, boy. Trey Johnson, them guys performing. So that might be an interesting game. As far as the Nets and the Heat, nobody gives a damn about that. The Spurs and the 76ers, is Embiid playing? This is a great measure stick for Philly if Embiid is playing. Let's see. Embiid is out. So yeah. Philly's gonna get smacked. The Spurs will smack Philly tonight. They don't got a prayer's chance without Embiid in the lineup. As far as the Thunder and the Bulls, nobody gives a damn about that. Timberwolves, Grizzlies, nobody gives a damn about that. Lakers and Pelicans, nobody definitely gives a damn about that. And the Kings and the Suns, nobody gives a damn about that. So those are the games that are on tonight. Some good ones. A lot of games that we just don't really care for. But that's where we are there. So since I started talking about games, I might as well stick there. I want to talk about the upcoming 4 games. And I want to know, what do you guys think about this upcoming stretch? Are you concerned? Are you spooky in the woods? Are you concerned? Are you like, man, I don't know. What should I do? Is that you, or are you confident? There was an article. I'll put the article up. I was going to just look at the games, but there's an article that was talking about it. I'm doing my research. So we got Tuesday at the Raptors, Wednesday versus the Thunder, Friday at the Nuggets, Sunday at the Lakers. What do you think we're going to be at the end of this stretch? We already got the first win. Do you got us going 5-0? Do you got us going 4-1? Do you got us going 3-2 or under 500? I actually got the poll on the channel. I'm curious to know. Now, a couple of things. And we're going to talk about this OKC game a lot more in detail tomorrow. But SGA is going to be playing. He's back. He won't play tonight. They do got a game tonight against Chicago. But he will be there against us. So it's just load management. And we're going to talk about Mitchell Robinson load management. This is actually a great parallel, because usually players who load manage are players who are injured or coming off injury, not players who are healthy. So we got to talk about Mitch, and we will in a second. So we don't really know which OKC we're going to see. I started scouting them. I watched the OKC Raptors game because I just love that, because I got to watch both teams. So I was able to kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And the way they played against the Raptors, they're not going to play against us because SGA wasn't there. But they got a kid named Cason Wallace. That kid is nice. Like, seriously nice. They're not going to be able to hold on to Cason Wallace. I'm curious to see where he goes. That kid has all-star potential. Trust me when I say so. Then we got the Nuggets, right? The #1 offense in basketball. Oh, where's my stat? Oh, man. I got the stat. I'm gonna try to get it later. I got the stat on how we perform against top offenses. We're above 500 when we go up against top 10 offenses. So we already beat them before. And I think that we could do it again. As far as the Lakers, this game is going to be a wild card game. We beat the Lakers already. I think they still #1 in field goal percentage. They also are top 10 offense, but they don't play no defense. Both them and the Nuggets, no defense whatsoever. And the fact that we got the ability to score and play defense, I wouldn't be surprised if we go 5-0. I'm keeping it real. But the conservative, objective fan me, I just got it at maybe 4-1. I'm looking at 4-1. And I don't want to lose versus the Thunder, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the game we lost. But the rest of these games, I think we could win. But we could drop one of these games too. The Lakers are tricky, right? But what do you guys think? All right. And before I get to the calls, I need you guys to like the video. All right, we got to get the likes up. You guys know how we do on this show. We have 100 like minimum. So as you enter the show, smash the like button. All right. I repeat, smash the like button. It's important. Big time salute to Randu in the building. All right. I see you, JJ, once again. El Figgy once again. Okay. All the members are uniting and forming like Voltron. Of course, big time salute to Maxine, the super producer. Today is her birthday. Go, girl. It's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. So today is Maxine's birthday, y'all. So if y'all want to send Maxine something nice for her birthday, you can. All right. Send her a Cash App at Mental Wealth Cult just to show her some love. If you appreciate what Maxine does, being the super producer, it's a lot of work working with me. I could be difficult to produce at times. So I just wanted to show her some love for her birthday. All right. And yeah, we're going to celebrate because today is a powerful day. So we could do that. You can support Maxine, but you got to smash the like button regardless. All right. But show Maxine some love as well. It's her birthday. And by the way, subscribe too, because we know that well over 60% of you guys are not subscribed. Yeah, you guys are not subscribed. So you might as well just smash that subscribe button. Join the movement. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and you're going to want to be here because we have some giveaways once we reach certain milestones. So we're on the road to 10K. The first milestone is 5K. All right. And we'll be giving away this Jalen Brunson rookie trading card. All you have to do is subscribe. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And you'll be entered in a chance to win this card. All right. Bam. Hopefully you can see it. I know the ring light's kind of messing it up. All right. And we'll ship it out. No emails, no phone numbers. All right. No subscriptions besides you subscribing to this channel. That's it. Definitely smash that like button though. All right. We do 100 like minimum. That's the policy. It's not the maximum. Always forget it. It's a big time difference. But yeah, give Maxine some birthday love, y'all. But I'm going to also open up the phone lines, all right, as we continue to get these likes up. If there's something you would like to share, right? We're talking about Mitchell Robinson, right? We're talking about the game tonight. Got a whole bunch of topics. Josh Hart shooting slump. You want to go there, we can. All right? Call up 646-995-8389. Call up. What's your opinion? If I miss your call, I will call back. I'm great on callbacks, all right? So, we got a couple of calls. Let's get these brothers on the line. Make sure my settings are set right before these guys call up. And I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. All right? Wow, we got a lot of calls. Damn. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm getting you guys back in order, okay? 646-995-8389. Hold on. 2 seconds. Oh, how I get a potential spam? What the world is that? I've never seen a potential spam call. Y'all be spamming out there? What the world's going on? Potential spam. Like, I've never seen that on a call. What's going on, Joe? Can you hear me, Joe? Hold on. He might not be able to hear me. Hold on. Can you hear me, Joe? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Please tell me you can hear me. Hold on. Got to get my man Joe up in there.
You might have to call me back.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Joe? He's going to call back. Okay, cool. I don't know if that was me. Hold on. I'm going to try to get him back. We're going to keep the calls coming. The phone lines are good. Try to get him back. Joe, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. We good.
Oh, okay. How we doing today?
What's going on, Joe?
What's going on? So the topic you were talking about was the stretch that we're going in, right?
Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Cause something is on my end. My headphones is tripping out. Talk now? Nah, I can't hear him. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Having some headphones. Joe, can you hear me? Hold on. Now I'm having headphone issues. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, Joe. I know you can hear me. Give me 2 seconds so I can hear you. Can you hear me now, Joe? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Joe, I'm gonna call you back,
You hear me
Joe.
now?
I hear you now. All right, talk. Go ahead. Yeah, keep talking. Okay. Yeah, Joe. I'm not sure if that might be you, Joe. Hold on. Let me try this. Just in case it's me. I don't think it's me. But Joe, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're very low.
I'm very low?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's all right. I can hear you.
All right, cool. All right, let's go. Let's start it up.
Oh, now that's better. You're good
Let's
now.
go.
You're good now.
Okay. So where we going?
The topic you were talking about was the stretch. I want to talk about this stretch. So tonight versus the Raptors, if we win, I'm saying we beat the Raptors, right? And then
Right.
we might lose to OKC, but that's fine. And then we play the Nuggets, and we might actually lose that game too. But when we play
Okay.
the Lakers, I think we beat them. So I think
Okay.
we go about 2-2, and then there was one more game after that, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Well, the game already happened. The Spurs was technically a part of that.
Okay.
Yeah, the Spurs.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
3-2 is
But,
fair. It's fair. That's fair.
But we might win that Nuggets game too, so you never know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that. I feel 3-1 is what I'm feeling.
I don't think it's going to be on a back-to-back. I don't think we overuse our assets. I don't think Mitchell Robinson will even be playing. It's probably going to be one of those things where they sit him. Because I don't.
How do you feel about Mitch sitting?
Go ahead.
How you feel about Mitch sitting? How does that make you feel? Is that like
cool? Versus the Spurs, when he came in, it was like a whole new game. Like I saw Shamet get on the floor too, and then we were down, but then we came back. Them on the floor, it was like they went on a 26-2 run. And I'm just sitting here thinking, you can't argue having Mitchell Robinson on the floor if we're going on these kind of runs. Granted, he was taken out during that run, I think, and maybe was reinserted later. But I saw Shamet moving the ball. I saw a bunch of good things during that 26-2 run that we could use for film versus these other teams. We gotta play a little bigger, I think, with Mitchell Robinson on the floor. And maybe a bigger wing. Shamet's fine, I guess, if he's going to hit his threes. But,
but how do you feel about him not being available for the 2 games? Do you think that he should be available?
If he's not if we can't play him, then
No, I'm saying like he's gonna play one, but like you need him for both.
Yeah. Well,
and he can only play one game.
Mike Brown's not gonna. He's not gonna try to play this OKC team like that. He's gonna just gauge them. He's gonna, he's not gonna throw all our cards at this team. I don't think, in my opinion, anyway. He's gonna keep his hand hidden. He's not gonna show everything we got with Brunson, and I think it's gonna be a game we lose on OKC, in my opinion. Because why show this team that we're going to play in the playoffs all our stuff?
Ooh, that's that Euro stuff. I hear you.
But we've done it before, is what I'm saying. I've seen Mike Brown have these guys take the night off against a good team, and I think it was OKC.
We didn't play OKC yet. Not yet. This is the first game against them.
Okay.
That was maybe Detroit.
There was a game, though, that I remember where they kind of
that was Detroit when OG, no OG,
Yep, see? And then they get all hyped that they beat us. Oh, we beat New York.
I ain't worried about Detroit. We ain't even gonna see them. That's the sad part. We not even gonna see them in the finals.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them at all, man. Let me tell you. But yo, you said there was one other topic. What was it? And then I'll let you. And I'll go.
It's a lot of topics. We got the game tonight. We got Josh Hart and load management. It's a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say on the second thing?
The load. Well, we were talking about the load. We kind of talked about the load management. But Josh Hart, do you feel like his shooting impacts us?
Josh Hart, we just need him to continue to make plays for us. Be that hockey assist guy. He doesn't need to be shooting like 2-pointers way out on the arc where we don't need, that's kind of boneheaded plays that I'm talking about where he's making shots that we don't need that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't need that, Josh Hart. Like, come on. But, if he's open for a three and no one's guarding him, yeah, shoot that. Hopefully he makes it, But I don't need to see him on isolation, like giving up possessions. Like, that's just boneheaded plays. Move the basketball,
Right.
So
100%.
And he does it. He'll drive it right through the middle of the lane, right past everyone, and lay it up. That's what we need. That's what Josh Hart does. That's what we need from him.
I hear you, brother. Yo, Joe, thank you, man. Joe, thank you for helping me troubleshoot my calls. Hopefully I'm good now. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Thank you for taking my call, man.
Big time.
Salute.
All right, salute. My man Joe and AC. Keep the calls coming. I do got a lot of people who call too. We get on this right now. I'm gonna call back in the order I missed your call. So, and of course, channel members, I'm definitely coming to y'all because y'all my peoples. But I'm calling back in the order. So, just make sure you're able to answer. Hopefully this brother can answer. I gotta talk to this guy. BK in the building. Hopefully I can get Brooklyn on the line right now. If not, I'm gonna keep it moving. All right, I'm gonna keep it moving, Brooklyn. Call back. Because every time I miss him, I never get him back. Oh, but this is some more Brooklyn energy too, by way of Florida. Let's see. Uh-oh, what's going on, L Figgy in the building?
Yes, sir. First, I'd like to shout out Maxine. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to the super producer. Definitely show her some love. Yeah, she definitely appreciating that. She's having a great day. A lot of love and people here giving her love. Crazy. But what's going on, Figgy? Where we going today?
Yeah, I wanted to talk playoffs since that was kind of the first thing that you were mentioning. How do we feel? What do we think? How are we, gauging the water there? I just think that, look, one thing we know about this particular Knicks team, for whatever reason, I can't explain it. We just don't take the regular season seriously.
That's a fact.
I can't tell you why. It's what frustrates us as fans. It is what it is. This is what we got. And then once they start having that viewing mob party outside of MSG and they shut down 7th Avenue and people are just, people are crowd surfing, then all of a sudden, I'm not going to put Jalen in. Jalen Brunson is a different guy, man. He comes out, I think that he actually comes out night after night. He treats every game like it's game 7 of the finals. You can see it in his eyes, you can see it in his gameplay. But I'm sorry, Josh Hart, this is one of the things that frustrates us about this guy. We love him. It's feast or famine. There's no in between with Josh. Either he's clowning, he's having fun, but you need that sometimes. But Josh and OG and Mikhail, we already know Mr. Inconsistency, and they just don't bring it night in and night out. And that is just what we have. But when the playoffs start, and the record now in the playoffs is going to be 0-0.
Yes.
That is when our guys just turn it up. Playoff Jalen Brunson, different guy. Cat, different. OG, different. Mitchell Robinson, different. These guys just turn into different animals during the playoffs, and they do it to us every single year. And this is why nobody's really upset or worried about Detroit. Detroit talks to us.
Yes, they do.
We are not the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year. They sound ridiculously stupid. And I'm sorry. I don't want to insult anybody.
Let's go.
I'm coming at them friendly.
No, you are. No, let them have it because they let us have it. So don't give these guys no pity. I hear you, Figgy. I'll ride it with you.
Karam. Hello?
Can you hear me? Hold up. I got you, Figgy. You there? Hold on. My fault. I'm back. I'm here. I'm here.
No,
I was
I'm
saying
sorry.
I'm riding with you. No, that's me. That was me. I was gonna say I'm riding with you. So don't give these guys no mercy. All right. Don't give them no mercy.
No, absolutely. And no, I'm just look. This is what I'm saying about Detroit. Look, last year, and I'm coming at this trying. I'm trying to be a friend. Last year, when we went
Mhm.
into the playoffs, what was everybody saying? When we played the Detroit Pistons, Cade's the better player. He's the better basketball player. He's better than Brunson. Yada yada yada. They had us. I think they won either 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 against us last year.
Yeah, 3 out of 4. They won 3 out of 4. 3 in a row as well. Yeah. We
Three
won
out
the
of
first
three,
game, then they won the next 3. Yep.
Thank you. And we were the underdogs, sent them packing in 6. Celtics, no one gave us a shot, sent them home in
Yep.
6. And then who knocked us out? The team that we actually won 2 out of 3 against, the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
They're the team that knocked us out after we had their number all regular season. So again, I say this, regular season is meaningless. It is
Facts.
meaningless. And if we get hot at the right time, none of this is going to matter. None
It's
of this is
not.
going to matter. And it is what
Yep.
it is. And that's just the way playoffs are. And we're going to go in there 0-0. And I'm telling you right now, the Knicks are a dangerous team because you don't know what you're going to get out of them. And in terms of Mitchell
Facts.
Robinson, I think if Mitchell's not playing tonight against, Mitch is not going to play tonight. I guess, are we saving him for tomorrow, or what? Are they going to let him
That's what
play
it would
against us?
be. It would like so. My question, Figgy, and I paused it really quick. My question to y'all is, how do you feel that we got 2 tough games, right? A game against Toronto, they won our heads. We beat them 3 times. They're coming for us, right? And we also trying to establish playoff positioning. But this guy, he can't play 2 games. Like, how long do we wait? Because usually, when guys are on load management, they're coming off injury. This guy has been healthy the whole year. Why can't
Well,
he play 2 games? So that's what I'm really asking. So to see how you guys feel about that.
Well, I think the mentality is let's save him for the playoffs. We're going to preserve him for the playoffs because Mitchell Robinson is
Okay.
an X factor. He's an X factor. He changes the game. He makes things. He makes things that are impossible possible when he's out there. He knows how to play guys like Embiid. When he just has these guys, he plays playoff Mitchell Robinson, different guy. Look at what he did last year against look at what he did last year against the Celtics. We don't win those games without Mitchell Robinson. So again, I'm okay with the load management. You can see the Sixers are saving Joel Embiid for the playoffs. They don't care. And again, I say this, the Pacers came in last year 4th seed and they took OKC to 7 games.
That's true.
And it wasn't until Halliburton got injured. And by the way, those games were close. There were no blowouts.
Yep. That's facts.
So again, everybody's obsessed with getting 1, 2, or 3 seeding. That to me is irrelevant. Again, I'm not comparing us to the Pacers. I know we're better on paper every which way, but I'm just saying look at the lowly Indiana Pacers. Came in 4th seed last year, took the Oklahoma City Thunder, reigning champion, right? Took them to 7 games. 7 games, and it took their marquee player to get injured for them to come out of the series. I'm not worried. There's no team out there right now that I'm worried about. The Knicks have to stay healthy. That is, by the way, to me, that is the number one thing that's going to make us competitive going into the playoffs. So if we got to load manage Mitch, I'm fine with that. That's fine. And then I don't know if Deuce is coming back. I don't know. I know they said that he's doing shooting practices now. Even when Deuce comes back, if he comes back, he would not have played basketball for months. I like the 9-man rotation. I say let Diawara cook. Let him make some mistakes now. Let him work it out now. Let's work out the little problems that he may have now. Let this kid get comfortable because he was a huge game changer against the Spurs.
That's a fact, man. Figgy, I appreciate you. Great call. Wow, you really know your basketball too. I hear you. Great stuff.
Happy birthday, Maxine. Have a good one, guys.
Yes, I appreciate you, Figgy. Big time. Yeah. All right. That was L Figgy. Like she said, happy birthday, Maxine. If you guys want to send her something, feel free. Her Cash App's on the screen at Mental Wealth Co. And, she'll appreciate it. She's getting a lot of love for her birthday. She does a lot of great work. She really, to be the super producer for me, you got to be a super producer because, boy, I could be difficult. And I'm going to continue taking calls. Just continue to smash the like button. Right now, when I'm troubleshooting this, I can't hear the clock. So that's what so if you hear me playing the clock kind of like consistently, it's because I can't hear it. for whatever reason. I don't know why I can't hear it. I can hear the calls, but I can't hear the clock. It's kind of like getting on my nerves. So this is what I've kind of been troubleshooting behind the scenes. And but let's continue to smash that like button. It's very, very important. All right. Very important for the algorithm to know that this is the place to be. Okay. So I'm gonna have to, because I don't think the callers can hear the clock too. So I'm gonna have to just cut in. All right. I'm gonna have to cut in, but it is what it is. But I know y'all can hear it in the crowd, but I can't hear it for whatever reason. I don't know what's up. Don't know what's up. But we got to continue smashing the like button. All right. We got to get to that 100 like mark. So if you just joined, continue to smash the like button. And let Maxine know that you want to wish her a happy birthday. Okay. What else I want to touch on? How y'all feel about Giannis? Do you guys felt like, I'm not sure if you guys saw the game, but Giannis made an appearance last night and he looked spectacular. You know, just for rust. I think he only played like, hold on, let me see if I can pull the game up really quickly. He only played, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to pull it up. Because I don't remember the exact time. So I think he might have played like 20 minutes. 25 minutes. So in 25 minutes, he had 19, 11, and 2. Okay. So what do you guys think? Now, it's going to be interesting to see Kevin Porter and Giannis because Kevin Porter has been the #1 guy there. But do you regret not getting Giannis at the deadline? I don't know. I think a lot of y'all going to be living off that Spurs win. So you're like, hell no, I don't give a damn about Giannis. I just want the Knicks to win. All right, let me get back into these phone lines because there's a lot of calls. And hopefully y'all could, hopefully they will be able to hear the clock. What's going on, D from LA, man? Where we going, brother?
First of all, happy birthday, Maxine. Happy birthday.
Yes, Maxine. Happy birthday, Max. If you're listening, I know she's dealing with my son right now, but she should be in and out the stream. But yeah, she appreciates it. All the love, man. A great way to start the call.
No doubt. But I just got to get to this, though. I do not like
Let's
where
go.
this Pistons. I don't like where this Pistons conversation is going. And I feel like it's a lot of cope and copping out going on with the Knicks fandom right now, and I don't like it. I think we can't. Yes, I'm coming with that smoke. Here's why I'm saying this. The first reason why I'm saying this is because I do not want to let the GMs, the front office, the coach, nor the roster off the hook. The Knicks. This is about specifically about Knicks accountability specifically. I believe last year's Pistons are equivalent to the Randall Knicks that didn't make the playoffs. I believe this year's Pistons is equivalent to the Derrick Rose and Julius Randle Knicks that did make the playoffs before Brunson got here.
I like the comparison. I like that. Go ahead. I like that.
I'm bringing that up because of expectation. The only thing that the Pistons should be talked about this season is that Cade Cunningham is the MVP, or if it doesn't go to Jaylen Brown or whoever, and the coach of the year is the Pistons coach, point blank, because they are literally 2 years ahead of schedule for where they are right now in the regular season. Of course, the postseason is something different, but I don't think anything is nothing but praise for the Pistons. Now to the Knicks. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because when Julius Randle was making the playoffs with Derrick Rose, the Golden State Warriors were not gritting themselves on the Knicks curve. They were looking at real contenders, like real contenders, and that's what they were. That's how they were gauging themselves. They were not saying, "Oh, the Knicks," no. They were focused on real contenders. I think it was Boston at the time, Denver, whatever the case may be. The same should apply to the Knicks. The only focus should be OKC. Point blank. And to put more context into the Detroit Pistons versus Knicks regular season, if a community college kid beats a Harvard grad 3 times in a row in a debate en route to some kind of championship, that community college kid deserves all the praise. And the Harvard grad deserves the shame because there's money on the line. Here's a question I have for Knicks fans. If Leon Rose showed up the beginning of this season with Jalen Brunson and the rest of his supporting cast was what the Detroit Pistons currently have, and he said, "This is the team that we believe in," his house would be burned down in the first day. Like, let's make sure we're keeping things in context. Yes, the regular season is its own thing, but as far as Knicks fandom, there's nothing we should be talking about but the real contenders that we're looking to go against.
I agree
right?
with that.
If the Pistons,
Great point.
right, and I'll close it out with this: if the Pistons don't win one game in the playoffs, they've had a successful season because again they're overachieving. And to close it out, because you mentioned something about why is it that when the Spurs beat OKC is still seen as a championship contender. But
Yeah.
but the Pistons beat the Knicks, and it doesn't apply the same for the Knicks. I think our last game against the Spurs showed why. The worst thing that the Spurs could do was lose to the Knicks the way they did. And this is a point about the regular season. In the regular season, the Knicks have shown OKC why the Spurs are not ready to beat OKC yet. They now have the footage. If you bully Wemby, he does not have a supporting center. He needs a Marc Gasol. Until Wemby becomes Giannis strong, he needs a Marc Gasol next to him to dominate the OKC Thunder. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I agree with that.
I want to make sure Knicks fans are holding Knicks accountable. No exit plan. OKC is the only curve we're grading on this season. And I'm gonna leave you with that, Brad.
Big time salute, man. I appreciate that. Great call. The only thing I disagree with, honestly, is the overachieve. I don't believe in overachieve, underachieve, because your opinion is not, it holds no salt. So what you think I should be isn't necessarily what is, right? So just because you didn't think I could do that doesn't mean that your opinion of what you thought I should be was correct. That's the only thing I disagree with. Everything else the brother said was on the money. So we could. I'm gonna continue taking some calls, and then I'm gonna get into some of the more hardcore stuff. But we could touch on it. Mitchell Robinson, load management. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on load management. Got to get to another channel member who I know is gonna bring the energy, and continue to like the video. All right, it's very important. 100 like minimum. Continue to like the video. All right. So if you didn't do it yet, like up the video now. What's going on, JJ in the building?
What's good, brother? How's everything, man? How you feeling,
Everything's
brother?
good, man. Just trying to take care of Maxine on her birthday, man. You know?
Yeah, man. Happy birthday to Maxine, the super duper producer.
Super
many
producer.
Blessings, many more. Enjoy your special day, man. And yeah, man. Listen, LD. Man, with his Pistons D-riding, man, come on, man. They haven't proven a damn thing, and you know it, and I know it. You're talking this regular season nonsense like anybody gives a crap. I sure don't. They haven't proven
but that's
thing.
what he was saying, though. Did you get it? Like, he's saying we shouldn't even think about the Pistons. We should think about OKC. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, but he was also saying one of his previous calls, they own us, this. I've heard it multiple times.
Okay. You're getting them on there for that. Okay. So LD, if you want to call back, you know what you got to do.
I'm triggered.
Let's go.
No, listen, they deserve a ton of props. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? They deserve a lot of props. They're having an incredible season, beating teams every game without their best players every game, so. We'll give them a little slow round of applause. But in the playoffs, you ain't going to be playing teams without their best two players every game.
That's a fact. No, you're 100.
Crazy. Because
even tonight,
game,
Mitchell's not going to. JJ, Mitchell not going to be there tonight.
Right. Of course. Yeah, of course. Harden will be out. Jared Allen will be out. Yeah. Bro, when I say every game, I mean every game. They're playing teams without their first best player or second best player. Playoff time, that ain't gonna happen. I'm just saying,
That's true.
But listen, the Knicks tonight, Toronto, I could be wrong, but I don't believe they've beaten us since we made the big trade, the OG trade. We've owned them.
Yeah, we won like the last, I can't remember how many matchups, like a lot of matchups.
Yeah. A lot of matchups. So I don't know if, they're due or whatnot. But
I got it here. 10 straight. 10 straight, by the way. 10 straight. Yeah.
Wow. So hopefully they're not due, but I kind of was hoping they would play Mitch tomorrow and sit him tonight, but it looks like they're going the opposite route. So Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say 3-2 during this stretch.
That's fair. I take that. I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, 100%. If you told me
Yeah,
we
I
were
wouldn't.
gonna go 3-2, you gotta
Yeah,
take that.
you got to take
I
that.
am
100%.
curious. Denver. I know Aaron Gordon is very close, as well as Peyton
Yeah.
Watson. So maybe they're back Saturday. I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll both
Maybe.
be on a
I'm
minutes
gonna see.
restriction.
Yeah, I'm gonna see the injury report
Yeah.
really quick. Go ahead. Continue smoking.
Yeah. But even if they're not the same without Gordon. He's like their OG. Defense
No.
could guard multiple positions. When he's
Yeah.
back, their defense is a little more in sync. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, their
But
defense
yeah,
is still
man.
trash, but you're right. It is better with
Yeah.
Gordon. It's
Right,
trash,
right.
but they are better.
Yeah.
That's something to consider. Yeah. No, it's trash though. It is.
Yeah.
Trust me. I
Yeah.
I did my homework.
Facts. But yeah, man,
But
listen,
nah, I hear you.
they're playing great ball. I see a lot of people say Knicks have been inconsistent. I don't see that. I see we've had one bad stretch the whole year. That happens. For the
Right.
most part, really. It's just been that 1, 2-9 stretch. Really,
Yeah.
So
What about OKC's bad stretch? Nobody that doesn't.
yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like.
Yeah.
I always
Even though I
throw
feel,
that. I don't want to
Yeah.
deflect, but I throw that in there because
Yeah.
everyone goes through it,
Right.
but they don't get the
right.
same criticism, and that's the problem.
Right. I think OKC's coasting a little bit. They won the chip. You know what I'm saying? Like they've lost to like Washington, the Net. Like they lost to some crazy teams. So
Right.
I'm sure they'll
100%.
turn it up.
100%, man. But JJ, I appreciate you. Great call, my
Appreciate
brother.
you, brother.
I appreciate your support, and I look forward to talking to you next time. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Happy birthday again, Maxine. Appreciate you,
Happy
brother.
birthday, Maxine, in the
Let's
building, the
go.
super producer. All right. Big
Peace,
time.
brother.
All
man.
right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Maxine. Definitely show Maxine some love. She is the super producer. All right. Now, really quickly, I just looked at the scouting report. Gordon's going to play. I'm just letting y'all know. He's the game time decision. He's going to play. Trust me. I don't give a damn who they got. Matter of fact, give them everybody. Listen, this is New York versus everybody. My confidence is through the roof with this Knicks team. It hasn't wavered. Detroit lost. It hasn't wavered my sentiments. The Spurs did not bolster my belief. I believe in these Knicks. I'm very positive that we get to the finals. Now, winning the finals, I can't guarantee it, but I'm pushing for the Knicks to do it. 100,000%. I'm not going to be like Stephen A and say, bro, the season is over. I go to game 7 before I give up. And that's all. And then if we're out, we're out. But I don't foresee that happening. We'll see what happens in June. But yeah, keep the calls coming. And then I'm going to get into Mitchell Robinson, but there's more calls. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see where I'm at. Make sure I get all my people in. King, if you're listening, call back. Who I spoke to? I spoke to my man. Okay, I spoke to D. Okay, cool. Just trying to make sure I hit these numbers. I do return calls. So if I miss your call, I call back. Just to let you know. All right. Hello, caller. Hey, man, state your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, this is Mr. Shuey Lee from Syracuse, New York. How you doing today?
Hey, man, big time salute, Mr. Lee from Syracuse, holding it down, man. So where you want to go? There's a lot of topics. Where we going?
I wanted to bring up a little bit of a hot take and just get your opinion. Is Mitchell Robinson kind of fading? I'm looking at the box score for the last 5 games, and they haven't been great.
Good observation.
The Detroit game, the Houston game, and the Cleveland game, he was all in negatives on his plus minus. And then the last 2 games, even though he had a positive plus minus, he only scored 4 points between both games. And actually 4 points only came against the Spurs. So I'm just wondering, are we seeing a dip in his production? Is that correlated to maybe some type of off the court issue that he's perhaps having? I just wanted to get your opinion, but go Knicks all the way.
No, definitely go Knicks, but we got to have the real conversation too. This is the real conversation. The real conversation is what you just asked. Is this brother fading? What's going on? And why is he rarely there when we need him? These are real questions. I asked that question before. And I don't really care about the plus minus as much, but it matters, but it's not what I'm primarily look at. But what you're saying is correct, because all you got to do, and I got it on the screen, if you look at his minutes, 15, 19, 17, 19, 15, the double big lineup in the last 10 games. I got a show I do. It's called the Knicks in 10, right? Yeah. I give you the 10-game review. During the last 10-game stretch, I think they played, 6-7 games together, and they averaged 2.4 minutes together. Mm-hmm. It dropped down in half. It was 4.8, then it got down to 2.4. So what you're saying is it's a great question. It's a great observation.
It almost seems like Cat is the more dominant big man for our team, at least in the last few games. I mean, Cat's offensive rebounding and even his defensive rebounding has improved, and I think that's a new trend that we're seeing that I think Knicks fans can get really excited about, is that Brunson and Cat are both playing better defense, which is going to be huge for us moving forward. But I'm just wondering, what's going on with Mitch? I mean, are we going to see, because we've seen some pretty dominant games from this season, but are we going to see that more consistently moving forward? I mean, I guess we just got to wait and find out, right?
Yeah, we got to wait and find out. And I'm actually answer your question, or try to, because I think I have an answer, but I'm hoping it's not the right answer, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah. What is it?
But I'm gonna need some time to unpack it, because that's what my main topic is.
Right.
So I'm gonna get it. So when you get off, I'm gonna answer it, man. I appreciate the call, brother.
I'm a new sub, and I appreciate the content, and thanks for taking my call. And go Knicks, man. Take care.
Big time salute. All right.
All right. Appreciate it. Bye bye.
That's my man, Mr. Lee out of Syracuse, holding it down. What's going on with Mitchell Robinson's production? That's a great question. Like I said, I'm not a big plus minus dude. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Hold up. We gotta, because I was just about to talk about this, because we got a lot of new people. But big time salute to everybody in the building. Yo, listen, we're almost at 100 likes. We got to continue to get the likes up. This is what we do every single day. If you just joined the show, all right, we go live twice a day. Tonight we're not, because it's Maxine's birthday, and we're going to celebrate Maxine. All right, so show her some love, but definitely smash the like button. We got to get to over 100 likes. It's very important. All right, but before I get to some more calls, I gotta let you guys know about this, because we got a lot of new people. So we got this thing called the $5 callback. Everybody gets a call. There's no discrimination. You could be a Warriors fan, a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Anybody gets the first 3 minutes. When you hear that, you can't hear the let's go. I've been troubleshooting that the whole show. I'm not sure why the callers can't hear it, or why I can't hear it, but I'll stop the calls manually. But usually you hear the let's go. And then when that buzzer sounds, time is up. But what we do have is the $5 callback rule. If for whatever reason you're triggered, you can send in a super chat, Cash App, or Linktree to call right back. And somebody just did. Okay, my man LD, he's like, I need to get back on the line because I am triggered. Okay, so this is an option that you guys can initiate, throughout the show. All right, and I do appreciate all the support. Let's get this brother back on the lines. 646-995-8389. What's going on?
Say it with me. I'm triggered.
Trigger! I gotta get that. Hold on. I gotta get some more sound. Hold on. I gotta get the trigger. I gotta do something with the trigger. Hold on. We're gonna do something. But go ahead, brother. Where are we going?
Right, so I'm reading the comments. I heard the phone calls and stuff like that. And I'm glad you pointed out exactly what I was saying.
Yeah,
it is,
of course.
It is more, as I said earlier, it is more about Knicks accountability than it is Pistons praise.
Right.
Point blank. Right? I told my fellow Knicks fans last season, after the first round, I said, Tom Thibodeau has been fired already. They called me crazy. Mm-hmm. I told them the first round, I said, he's been fired already. And they were like, man, you're crazy. And then we went on to beat a Boston team that we were not expected to beat, and we made to the Eastern Conference Finals. and he still got fired. You know why?
Still got
Because he was fired in the first round. Because he was
Right.
already fired in the first round.
Mhm.
Because the Pistons last season, Knicks fans, and I want to say this, I feel like sometimes if you're not too aware of how the NBA salaries work, and your NBA conversations are limited because you don't really know what to expect all the way. Sometimes like you're just using the eye test. And I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about
No, I
you
know. In general, go ahead.
right in general. Because if you don't really know what to expect and you're just looking at it ball player for ball player, your expectations might be skewed. The reason why it's important to bring these kind of conversations up is not about Pistons glaze. This is the Objective Knicks fan channel, is where we
That's a
hold
fact.
our team accountable as well, right? We spent a lot of money. The only thing we should be looking at, especially this season, Boston is doing what they're doing. There's no Halliburton. There's a bunch of teams that I don't even take the Cavs seriously. I've never taken them seriously.
Mhm.
It is the Knicks. We are the top dog in the East. It's the only top dog in the East. And we should act that way. Point blank.
I agree. 100%.
There's no exit, especially for Mike Brown. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I will keep singing this song till folks, again, I said it last year, they fired Tom Thibodeau because of that series against Detroit. The 5th highest payroll versus dead last payroll shouldn't go like this. That's why he was fired. You know what I'm saying? So this
Just
season,
add that to the laundry list of reasons.
exactly.
Mhm.
Right?
Because they
So
didn't
this
also
season-
they didn't expect him to beat the Celtics either. So
Facts, but they
that's a
still
whole
fired
nother-
him, which is crazy.
And they still fired him after he did. So yeah, he was fired before that. You were right.
You-
Go ahead.
you know what I'm saying? But all in all, though, I'm gonna let y'all go. And by the way, I've never ever said Cade Cunningham owns us. I don't talk like that. That's casual talk. I could have brought up things that the Knicks should do better against the Pistons, but again, I don't even count the Pistons. I only count the community college kid when he shows that he's disgracing the Harvard grad. I'm like, yo,
Bingo.
Harvard grad, what are you doing? And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Bingo.
But again, before I go, happy birthday, Maxine. You know what I mean?
Happy birthday. I like that, Maxie. Hey, happy birthday to the super producer. Thank you, LD. I appreciate it. Big time. Big time salute to my man, D from LA. But happy birthday, Maxine. Show her some love. She is the super producer. It's her birthday. We got some fun things planned. And yeah, she works so hard, man. But one thing she does, she loves what she does for this show. And she likes to make the show great for you guys. So show her some love. Big time salute to Maxine, the super producer. Okay. All right. And I think I'm good on the call. Nope. There's one call I got to get to, and then I'm about to go in on this Mitch topic. We got to talk about Mitch, man. What's going on with Money Mitch? Is he Money Mitch? Or will he just be Mitch? We got to talk about that. All right. Let's see if this brother answers. What's going on? Rock from the ATL. Talk to me, brother.
Go, Maxine. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday.
Well, man.
What's going on, man? Big time salute, man. We having fun, man. Where we going? We got Mitchell Robinson. It's a lot. We got the game tonight. Where you want to go?
Yeah, with the Mitch not being able to play like we want him to, I think we got to suck it up and just follow suit, man. Cause let's face it,
Okay.
if he plays like we want him to, man, and he get hurt, we're never gonna forgive ourselves. So I think we just gotta suck it up and keep moving on.
Okay.
Man.
That's a good
But,
point.
yo, I don't know if anyone ever said this because I haven't listened to every single moment of the show. I might come in late sometimes.
Right.
Yo, I honestly think I can't speak about OKC. I need to see them. Yo, I think we get to the final. Yo, I think we got the West on lock, man. I don't think nobody in the West can
That's
deal
a
with it.
fact. Yo, thank you. That's what I'm trying to tell these dudes, man. What are they,
I
Stephen
only
A.
need to see
talking about?
OKC. Yo, and I'm gonna tell you, yo. Let's hop back to what you've been saying. We're not even gonna see Detroit because
Right.
word
It's not
is
going to
out.
happen.
Word is out. The game plan. Every team is gonna try it, even if they run into Orlando, which is a physical bunch in themselves.
Yep.
Shrink the floor. Pull a wall up against Cade.
That's
and
it.
let them shoot 3-pointers. They
Let them shoot
They
this.
can't generate offense like that.
They might win one game in the series. That's it. They're not winning
They're not
4
consistent
games.
shooters. They don't have consistent shooters like that.
Yeah.
And
100%.
yeah, and I say that because if you look at it, OKC is built the same way. They got Shea at the point of attack, and if you double team Shea or just keep letting him score, I don't think the other cats can offensively support him. It's just that
Bingo.
it's just that they swiping and everything and playing you physical, and that a lot of teams can't deal with that, and that's how they win these games, and they're usually close games.
Exactly.
So
And that's why, and I'm gonna pause you, but that's why you can't double team Shea. I think that,
right.
and it sounds crazy, right? Oh, what do you mean? No? I'm telling you right now, I'm doing my scouting and report on OKC. Them brothers are shooting threes. They're not like Detroit. Them brothers can shoot. Case and Wallace and Joe, yeah. You double Shea, them other dudes gonna kill you. Now, like you said, if you guard him single coverage, let him cook and take away them open opportunities from the other guys.
Right.
And
so
then
even when they
you thrive.
Yep.
Right. And then my last point I want to say, and then you thrive on the non-SGA minutes. That's another key. You got to go up on a run. When he's out the game, you got to go on a run. Don't let Case and Wallace kill you. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's see Shea drop 45 points over a 7-game series. He's gonna wear down, man.
He's gonna be drained. And I'm putting him in screen and roll action on the other end. Because whoever he guarding, run that screen and roll. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm preaching now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't blame you. Because it's a gauntlet in the West, man. So when he gets to the finals, it's gonna be a little bit worn. So okay, Knicks will be like, okay, you single coverage, do your thing. And I think in a series like that, that's when we're gonna see Shohan shine, because we're gonna be lumping him in there. He's gonna be one of those wings he gotta face.
100%. 100%.
Yep. And he's also gonna be valuable. I doubt it if we ever meet the Pistons in the playoffs. He's a wing we're gonna throw out there. Everybody's thinking, oh, we ain't really need Shohan. Okay, wait till the right series, because that's what basketball is about. It's chess, not checkers.
Bingo. And also this situational spot minutes. As long as you keep him from Mitchell Robinson, you could use him. He's very valuable on a defensive end.
Right.
I just wouldn't play him and Mitch together. I think good luck. But if you keep them apart and like you said, you find opportunity. All right, you know what? We need a good 6 minutes on Sohan. I mean on Cade. Let's put Sohan in.
Right. And if Mitch don't play against OKC, it's cemented what I've been thinking. That Brown didn't really think to show his card against Detroit, and he didn't really care about Detroit because he know he could beat them in the playoffs. So he didn't want to show all his cards, because the card is get throw your best at Cade and let those guys hit threes. Let them support, but he don't want to show all his strategies. Let them get overconfident and pull the rug from under them if we do meet them in the playoffs. But like you said, I don't think we're gonna meet them.
Bingo, man. Yo, Rock, great call. I'm sorry I was preaching through the middle of it, but because I'm doing my scouting on OKC. I'm looking at the holes. And boy, are there some holes in that OKC. They're not as superior as everyone's making them out. They got some holes in their game, trust me. But I appreciate you, though, Rock. Big time salute.
Bro. Good day.
All right. That's my man, Rock from the ATL. Yeah, like, I'm going to keep it real. I don't even think OKC going to the finals. I don't even think because, see, what we got to understand and respect is the history of basketball. And when the basketball gods, and I have to speak figuratively, but when they have standards, you just don't supersede them. We hadn't had a repeat champion in like 10 years. And I don't think OKC is going to break the mold. Now, do they have a really good team? I'm going to tell you, they got a great team. Not as dominant as last year, though. Not as dominant as last year. Oh, no. We see them in some vulnerable positions. But they're still probably the most dominant team in basketball. Definitely more dominant than Detroit. And I think that they're phenomenal. But I'm gonna save it tomorrow. Wait till you hear my breakdown tomorrow on the OKC. But I'm gonna touch on Mitch, right? Because I saw this article and honestly, I don't think we ever talked about load management with Mitch. There was another topic I wanted to get into. I don't think we ever really got into it, or if we did, I don't remember it. Let me get this on the screen. Like Mitchell Robinson, he's somebody who I like him. I advocated for Mitch. I said, yo, we shouldn't trade him. There's no reason to trade him. Why would you trade Mitchell Robinson? You're going to need this guy in the postseason. And I still feel that way. I'm glad that we kept him. If you wasn't getting Giannis, why trade him? Giannis was the only trade that made sense for Mitchell Robinson. So Mitchell Robinson, his load management plan is still working, but there's a key step ahead, right? So Mike Brown said, we love the medical group that we have. Big time salute to Casey Smith. They're doing a phenomenal job. Even OG, like OG's prime for 65 games. You know, that's beautiful. You know, you get OG to 65 games, I take that. You get Mitch to 50 games, I take that. You know, I think that they're doing a phenomenal job at keeping our guys prepared. Now, of course, you can't prevent fluke injuries. You can't prevent someone having toe erosion or even spraining an ankle. Like, that's not a preventable injury, right? But the load management has been helping Mitchell Robinson from a health perspective. Key word, health perspective, right? And hold on, wait, whoa. Before I continue, first off, big time salute to the chat. Okay, we reached hold on. I got to do a likes. We got to get the likes up. I'm about to get into Mitch some more, but we got to, I'm sorry, I had to pause it because I felt like the likes are just not there. We got to get the likes up to 200. Continue to like the video if you did not like the video. All right, I'm about to really open up this conversation on Mitchell Robinson to block this monster who I support. And by the way, if you guys, because there's a community of Mitchettes out there that think that I am against Mitchell Robinson for whatever reason, just because, listen, I give everybody criticism. Nobody is above criticism on this channel. Everybody gets the smoke. All the way up to Leon Rose down. Everybody gets the smoke when they do something or they don't do something. It's always from a place of love, though. Because I love and support everybody because I'm a Knicks fan and I need the Knicks to be great. 100%. I just realized I got to do the MVP donuts. I'll do that after this take. Anyway, nonetheless, when we're talking about Mitchell Robinson, right, and with the staff, the game plan that they laid forth, it's, you know, and I'm going to shoot all of the guys. Senior Vice President of Player Performance, Casey Smith, all right, Quentin Dolan, and the head athletic trainer, Anthony G, okay? They've done a nice job heading it without doctors. They spearheaded this, so I got to give those guys a ton of credit. That's what Mike Brown said. And starting with Mitch because he's bought into this plan. Now, that is important. His agent, him, they bought into the plan. And it seems like this collaboration, okay, that everyone is in agreement with. But how does this collaboration hold up in the summertime? Is there an understanding of that? Because I told you about the trade for Giannis and how that directly impacts Mitch. There could be a world where you get Giannis, but you lose Mitch. It's a very possible world. What is the goal here? I'm confused, but we will get the answers to the question as these things unfold in the future. But so Mitch has bought into the plan and he's tried to execute it at his highest level, right? So he gives all those guys credit. I'm just kind of jumping on the bandwagon and following their lead. To see him out there because the best thing almost anybody can have is their availability. So if the best thing you can have is your availability, how do we rate it in these back-to-back scenarios where you got two teams that are really good teams, or one great team and the other a solid team. Maybe Toronto's not a really good team, but they are an above 500 team and a formidable foe who is looking for revenge against us. So how do you weigh his availability and the lack of it being able to participate in 2 games in a row? He hasn't done that all year. In fact, he's missed time and he wasn't even hurt. He's missed games and nothing happened to him. He was never on the injury report for ankle soreness. There was no soreness because his ankle is fully healed. He does not have a situation. He doesn't have an injury. He doesn't. So it might say ankle on the injury report, but it's not because the ankle is currently hurt or injured. It's like a recovery kind of status, so to speak. So my thing is, we're getting down to the wire. We only got this might be our last back-to-back. Hold on, let's see if we can pull it up. This might be our last back-to-back of the year, if I'm not mistaken, or the second last. We're coming down to the end of back-to-backs. All right? And while you can argue and say, well, Karan, we don't need Mitch against the Raptors. We don't really need him. You don't need Mitch against the Raptors. Let's see. Hold on. All right, that's one. Let's see. I think that's it. No. Yeah, I think that's it. No, right here. So this is the second last back-to-back. And once again, Toronto's in the second back-to-back scenario. What the hell? Why Toronto got to be in every goddamn back-to-back scenario? Nonetheless. And by the way, we played Toronto 5 times this year because of the NBA Cup, which we just so happen to be the champions of, that nobody cares about or gives us credit. But, it is a cup championship that we do have. I take it. Nonetheless, this is the second to last back-to-back. Why can't the brother give it a go in both games? My man, who was that? Was that Rock that said, no, we need to continue to load manage him so he doesn't get hurt, because we wouldn't be able to forgive ourselves if he gets hurt. Okay, but my question to Rock and to the rest of the people who feel that way is, what happens if he doesn't play tonight and gets hurt tomorrow against the OKC Thunder? Then what? Is it that the load management plan failed? Load management is supposed to be for injured players or players coming off an injury. It's not meant for healthy players. We don't have no studies. And maybe this could be the first. Maybe Mitchell Robinson is the case study for the future study that shows us that guys who are not hurt but are injury prone can be preserved by load managing them. I'm telling you right now, we do not have no evidence that this is the case. There's been moments, and I did content on it, where we needed Mitchell Robinson. Couldn't play. He couldn't suit up. And I'm like, damn, it would have been nice to have Mitchell on the glass. I don't think he played against Sacramento. I could stat check that. That first Sacramento game, I'm not 100 if he played. Let me look that up. Because, I don't get on the mic. I don't just freestyle and fib. All right? I put it on the screen so we could look at it. Hold on. The first Sacramento game, I don't think he was there. And they had that young bull, Caldwell. No, he did play this game. He did play. What game he didn't play? It was another game he didn't play, and I'm like, damn, we could have used Mitchell on the glass. And then, too, right? You can't start him. That's another mystery. Matter of fact, I could go to his, I know how I could find that. I could go to Basketball Reference, too. I could go to Basketball Reference. So we could look at the stretch of game. We did content on this, though. We went down the list, and I showed you. Or was that that might have been unfiltered. I don't know what it was. But I know I went down the list of games that Mitchell Robinson didn't show up. And I was like, yo, man, this dude is just unreliable. I'm not going to count the Indiana loss. I don't, we should have won that game no matter who played. What about the Golden State loss? All right. What about the Atlanta Hawks loss with all that length and size? What about the Spurs loss? What about that? We could have used them. What about... I'm going to keep going down the list. Brooklyn, we don't care. Whatever. Memphis, we smacked them. Okay. What about the first Milwaukee game against Giannis? What about Miami? We couldn't have used them in those games. That's like 5 games that we could have won had the Blockness monster been there. 5 games cost you a seed. So you can look at it like, oh, it's only 5 games. I'm not even going to fully go in like I did when we went over the games he started. I'm not doing that. But 5 games, we could have used the brother to help us. And even if we would have won 3 of them, 2 of them, you still would be closer to Boston, to the number 2 seed. Now, I'm not saying we got to be the number 2 seed, but it would be nice to be the number 2 seed to get that home court advantage against Boston this time. I mean, we could beat them on the road. We shown that, but it would be nice to be at home against Boston this time. But nonetheless, Mitchell Robinson, the load management is just kind of weird to me. I feel as though he could be doing himself a disservice and not even really acknowledging it. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm clear on something. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Ooh, I do got another call back. I got to get to that call back. I see you, Rock. But could he be shooting? I'm going to take the calls after I get this last point out. Could he be shooting himself in the foot in negotiations because are they going to factor that in? Hey, we can't even play you. So you want us to give you $80 million, but you're only going to play in 56% of the games. You missed this game. They could show them everything I just showed them. You missed this game, this game, this game. The previous years before that, you played 16 games, 32 games, 50-something games, but it was a declining scale in your production and activity. So that's what I'm asking, and this is what I'm concerned about for Mitchell Robinson. You signed up to be a part of this load management plan, but could it be to backfire on you because it definitely diminishes your value? For a guy that's supposed to be the 7th man off the bench, we should not be talking about per 36. You typically, because people always say, but look at the per 36. Let me show you what we use per 36 for. We don't use per 36 for guys who start and guys who are key rotational pieces. All right? We don't look at per 36 for those guys. We usually look at guys who are per 36 like Tosan, right? Like, not Sohan, but Jemison. Or we look at Pacome Dadier. Or we look at Kevin McCullough, who giving you 9 and 7 per 36. Not Jose Alvarado. No, I'm not going to look at his per 36. He's getting 20-something minutes a game. Why would I go to his per 36? You go to guys that's getting less minutes, like Yabusele. Yabusele per 36, 11 and 8.6. You don't go to Diawara, 14 and 6 and 3 per 36. Ariel, 8 and 12 per 30. You don't go to Mitchell Robinson, who's getting over 20 minutes a game or around 20 minutes a game, and you say, well, per 36, that's not how we use per 36. It's always to estimate the value of these guys, not Mitchell Robinson. That's not going to help you in the negotiation. I'm sorry. Let me get my man back on the line. To all the people whose calls I missed, I will call you back, but I do got to call back, and that trumps all the callbacks. All right. If you feel triggered at any point by me or any caller and you called up before, you can call back. We do got the $5 callback rule. Okay. You can send in the Cash App, Super Chat, or Linktree. Depends on what you prefer. We'll get you on the line. What's going on, Rock? Uh-oh. I feel like this is for me, brother. I feel like this is for me. Where are we going? Are we triggered?
Earlier I was listening to Kendrick Perkins. He said something.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the question was asked. I think it was Richard Jefferson. Why Milwaukee Bucks? What were they doing? Why bring Giannis back? I mean, they might not even make the play-in, and you think they try to tank and try to get a higher pick. Kendrick Perkins said, "Well, he's just doing that for the fans because he's on his farewell tour. No way he's staying
Good point.
past this season." And that made me feel good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's New York bound. But,
he's definitely New York bound. He's New York bound is a guarantee, unless we win the championship and we say no. That's the only way.
Well, I started feeling like a little kid at Christmas, man. You don't know. But anyway, you know how everybody's complaining, and maybe Cat has an issue with Mike Brown, and he's not being featured enough because Cat is a elite big man. Yo, if we get Giannis, you're gonna have to feature Giannis, man. Ain't no doubts about it, man. That's not gonna fly with Giannis, man.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I hope you don't have.
I'm not worried about that with Giannis. You know why? Because Giannis is a point guard. He would be a point guard in Mike Brown's system, not a big man. He's a 4, so he would be a point guard. Remember, 1 through 4 is the same. So Giannis will be the point guard when he comes to New York, 100%.
Okay, yeah, I'm hopeful of that. It makes sense to me and it makes sense to you, but I just hope that he don't have any issues with implementing Giannis into a.
Oh hell no! Nah, no issues at all.
We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go.
No issues. Trust me. No. In fact, I think it'll make Towns better because now you run that 4-5 pick and roll. Oh my god.
Yeah. Hopefully,
barbecue chicken dog.
If we can keep Cat and both of them there. Hopefully.
Oh, it's going to be Cat's going to be here. Trust me. The other guys are out of here. Some of your favorite Knicks will be out of here. Trust me. Cat is staying. Trust me.
Okay.
He ain't going nowhere.
I hope so.
All right. We're going to see. The only way he'll go is if Milwaukee's like, maybe we could do something with him. But if Milwaukee don't want him, some other guys are out of there.
Hey, look, and if when that trade do go down, he better Brown better over the summer start reading some Pat Riley books on how to adapt to your talent, because Pat Riley brought Showtime to LA, and what happened with the New York, he made it rough and rugged because of the personnel he had.
Yep, 100%. Only thing I didn't like of what Riley did, he got rid of Mark Jackson, but that's a whole nother topic, brother. That's a whole nother topic. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, brother?
Nah, that's it, bro.
Be good. Okay. I didn't know if I triggered you.
Oh, no.
I was like, my man Rock coming for me.
No, I just remember I forgot to bring that thought out. That's all.
Okay. All right. We good. Big time.
All right, bro.
All right. So I'm gonna continue taking calls. I see some good people calling. I'm gonna get to you, my man Snipes in the building, aka Tugboat Taylor. He's next up in the queue. But before I get back to the calls, continue to smash that like button. It's very important and imperative to the algorithm that we get these likes up so we can let people know that this is the place to be in the afternoon. We do this twice a day. Every day we talk Knicks. We were the first to do the first ever 24-hour live stream where it was just exclusively Knicks content. The first channel to ever do that, and not even just in the Knicks space, in the NBA space. This is what we do on this channel. This is why you should subscribe. We're here every single day. We noticed that 58.8+% of you guys are not subscribed in the last 28 days. So help us close the gap and subscribe today. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And our next milestone is 5K. And then we start the cool giveaways. As soon as we get the 5K subscribers, we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All you have to do is subscribe. There's no phone numbers. There's no email addresses. There's none of that. All you have to do is subscribe, and bam, we're going to mail this off to you. See that? Exclusive. All right? So subscribe right now. Okay? It helps us grow in the algorithm. And also, today is Maxine, the super producer's birthday. All right? Show her some love. She works hard. You got to be a super producer to produce me because we do some phenomenal things. And she is phenomenal. And she deserves all of the praise. Happy birthday, Maxine. I love you. And the people are all for you because you do a great, great job. All right? And if you guys want to keep calling 646-995-8389, call up, voice your opinion. Let me get some of these calls I missed. Hold on, let me just make sure I ain't missing no supers or no callbacks. All right. I thought my man Rock was coming for me, but he said no, he had some other things to address. Feel free to call that line and hit that call back if you need to call back. I got to get my man, all right, Tugboat Taylor on the line. All right. This is a good brother right here. He supports the channel. And let's see what he has to say. Hopefully he answers.
What's going on, man?
Oh, what's going on? Snipes, a.k.a. Tugboat Taylor.
What's
Where
happening,
we
brother?
going? Man, we having a great day, man. You know, Maxine's birthday. We
Oh
talking
yeah,
Knicks.
happy
What
birthday,
more could we
Miss
say?
Maxine. Yeah, the super producer.
Big time. The super producer. Let's go.
Let's go. How's your little man doing? He's feeling better?
Yeah, he's feeling better. He went to school today. Thank
Oh,
God.
that's what's up, man. I'm glad he's doing better, bro.
Man. Yes, because he has asthma. So that's why it's always, you know, a little bit worse with him when he gets
I
sick.
understand.
But
Yeah, my son, he caught that bug too. It was going around a little nasty for a bit.
yeah. Oh God. But I'm glad hopefully your little man's doing okay too.
Yeah, he is. I appreciate
And
you.
fantastic, brother. So where we going, man? Lot to talk about today.
Yeah, no, that Mitch conversation is crazy.
Let's go.
That Mitch conversation is crazy, bro. Yo, my man
Tell me what's crazy.
Bro, my man ain't played 17 games last year.
That's a fact.
And played all playoffs. He played
That's
17
true.
games and played 18 playoff games.
Right.
Right. And now he's playing 44 games this season. And the award that people always look over, I tell my boy, he a Heat fan. I'm like, yo, Coach of the Year is important, MVP important, but we have the best medical staff award.
That's a fact.
So
to the medical staff.
I'm not questioning anything that they're saying. If that's what they want to do, then that's what we need to do. And I mean, if Mitch misses a couple games, so be it. As long as he's there for the playoffs. We saw what he did to Jason Tatum.
Good point.
You know, so if he misses games, I just lost on the pros and cons of him missing every other game. Let's say he plays tonight and doesn't play tomorrow. So what? That gives us time to, you know, that's more minutes, like on what Figgy was saying. That's more minutes for Mo. You know, we get some development time for Huck Porty. And, you know, Cat can try to find his groove while Mitch is off the court as well. So I think
that's true. But my only pushback though, Tugboat, is that there is no evidence to show that load management is going to preserve him for the playoffs. Because he could get hurt at any point in time, no matter. So load management is for guys who are dealing with injuries or who's coming off an injury. That's not him. He's healthy. He hasn't been hurt all year. Thank God.
Why is that though?
It could be the load management, or it could just be he had a healthy year, because we've seen him have healthy years before.
Yeah, when he first got here.
Okay.
Yeah, when he first got here. But I mean, to go from 17 games to 44 games, that's, I mean, what's the percentage of that? That's what, 300%?
Yeah, it's a great percentage.
Yeah, the 300% increase plus some. So it's like, yeah, I mean, like you said, the best ability is availability. If he wants to not play back-to-backs, I'm fine with that. As long as you play back-to-back in playoffs like he did last. Because we had the same conversation, not me and you, but the same conversation last year was like, oh, Mitch ain't there. Oh, what do we have him for? All this other nonsense. And then he showed out in playoffs, and everybody was like, oh, yeah, all hell King Mitch.
Well, yeah, I'm not on that train. Nah. I think I want him to play. See, I'm on the other side of wanting him to play because I want him to expand his bag. Because I feel like this is a play to diminish his salary. Because now it's, well, we can't play you. You won 80 million. You only available 30. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying Leon is gonna do that to him, but there's a lot of tactics like that happen.
I don't know, because I be peeping game with Mitch. You notice when that Giannis thing shook up the whole team. That's why we all frantic right now. That Giannis trade shook up the whole team, but it brought the best out of Mitch. And then the trade rumors died off, and that's where the Mitch decrease went. Like even if you notice, whenever we play the Bucks, notice when we play the Bucks, my man ain't getting no rebounds. There was a couple plays I saw him put his hands behind his back. I saw, oh, you ain't trying to show up for the Bucks at all. Okay, I get it. You really don't want to go over there.
Of all the people who I think would do that, it would be him. Yeah, I think he would do that. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
And then I think he just posted something yesterday on the book about, people complaining about his free throws, and he talked about he ain't getting enough touches and all that. So I don't know. Mitch is always a drama king. That's just who he is. But yeah, I'm cool with it. If our training staff says this is what we need to do, like I said, they're award-winning training staff, and Casey Smith is the absolute truth. So they say it's cool. They're the ones with the doctoral degrees. I'm all for it.
Man, great call, Snipes. Remember, you get a call back too. So if you're triggered, you just let me know.
No, I ain't gonna LD it today.
Okay.
I ain't gonna LD
Triggered.
Today, but yeah. No, it's a good conversation, man. And wish the best to you.
Time.
And happy birthday, Maxine, man. Y'all stay blessed.
Most definitely. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
All right, bro.
All right. Yeah, salute to my man Tugboat Taylor. He's a part of OKF Nation. Join the channel, man. It comes with a lot of perks. But he's a plus member, so he gets an automatic callback. So if you are triggered, I'm gonna come up with a nice sound. So when we get the call back, I'm gonna sound the alarm. It's gonna be triggered. Watch, and then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work on that. But like he said, big time salute to Maxine, the super producer's birthday. Show her some love. She's in the building listening. All right, telling you to smash that like button. Happy birthday, Maxine. Let's go. Big time salute. Also, while you at it, showing her some love, smash that like button, all right? It's important, man. We got to get to 200 likes, man. Remember, 100 is the minimum, not the maximum. So we got to get to 200 likes ASAP, okay? It's very important. It's very important. I'm going to get into some more calls while you guys smash the like button, all right? And remember, if I miss your call, I will call you back because a lot of times I'm moving, shaking, and popping. There's a lot going on. But I will get you on the line, okay? Call up, 646-995-8389. Hello, caller. How's it going, man? Turn down your background. What's going on? Is this Barry?
Yeah.
How's it going, family? What's going on, man? Where you going to go today? We got a lot of topics. Mitchell Robinson. It's a lot going on.
Oh, just the thing I'm looking at. How you doing, baby?
Yeah. I'm calling you back. Listen, I call you back, brother. I call back, man.
Yo, I wanted to give my take about, ask you about the take on DOI, man. I love that dude, man.
DOI, oh yes, phenomenal.
I think they should just give him that space to just shave off to groom up on the defense. Other than that, he's a good damn player, man.
Yeah, great player. I mean, great young talent, and I think that he could be really. I'm not gonna say an all-star, but he could be a starter. 100%.
Yeah, because it's like every time, like if they get somebody that they can actually groom, they turn around, either sit them down and don't play them, and then next thing you know, they trade them off. And I hate when they do that because he's got potential. He's showed and proved himself during the preseason.
Yes, I agree. He showed it to me during Summer League when he got a rebound and he dribbled. I said, he dribbled all the way up the other side. I said, wait a minute. Who the hell is this kid? He was the only kid that did that. I'm like, yo, this kid, that automatically stood out to me. And then I kept watching it. I'm like, oof, he got a game. He got game.
And he got a handle.
Yeah. At 6'10".
Yep. And everybody played their part against the Spurs, man. They had that Wemby guy acting like his name Wemby. He was a whipper.
Yep.
That was a good game, man.
Great game.
That was a good game.
Did it bolster your thoughts on them winning the finals or going to the championship? Did it make you feel like, oh yeah, we definitely could do it now? Or did you always know that?
No, I believe that I say the losses that we did lose. I say we as because I'm a Nick family like Tracy Morgan and
100%.
I think they got the potential, and I feel as though like homegirl was saying when I'm watching your program as we speak. She was talking about the regular season doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't. The only thing is it helps you out like far as home court advantage. But with that being said, it's zip when it comes down to playoffs.
Right.
But
100%. I agree with that.
I feel they can make it, man.
Right. No, the reason why I asked it because you got some people that was like, "Oh yeah, I knew it. I always knew it." We they needed the confirmation because they were so rattled by what happened to us against the Detroit Pistons. So that's why I was asking.
I don't mean to cut you. I was going with you. What was that? A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you said, "Yeah, we got them tonight," and then I said, when they did what they did, but the Knicks wasn't playing. They wasn't playing up to par anyway.
No.
And then I was trying to catch you to see if was your outtake after that game, but I didn't catch you. I didn't see you come back on.
I'm not sure which show you saw. No, I did go back on, by the way, after that. I did, but I did a show called the Knicks War Room, where I debated like 20 Pistons fans. They were all coming for my neck.
That was, you said that before that happened, or before the game, and you said I feel that they're gonna get that game. And so when they didn't get it, I would look back to see it was your comment after that.
So listen, if you go back to that video, right? Because I'm in a debate with them. I already conceded the regular season. I told them y'all the best team in the regular season. Y'all got that. Even if y'all win tomorrow, it's not going to change my argument. My argument was for the playoffs. That was what my argument for. That I was wrong about us winning the game. That's all right. Yeah, I could be wrong once in a while. I'm usually on the money, but I was wrong that time. That's cool. But my argument was for the playoffs to the point where the guy who I was debating, he called back and he said, "Yo, you was right. Everything you said in the debate, we're not winning the championship. We can't shoot." So yeah, I mean, I kept it on the future more so than just the regular season because they're better than us in the there's no way you could win a debate like that. They have the best record in the East. That's cool. If you want to be the regular season champions, be my guest. In New York, we don't care about that. We got to get to the finals and we got to win the championship. That's where we are.
That's all we want, man.
Right.
We need that. We need that parade in Manhattan.
Could you imagine, man? I can't wait for that day, man.
You remember that year? You remember that year in 90? What's that? 94? When I thought the Rangers and the Knicks was going to do that, man. Oh, man.
Brother, I cried real tears because I was young. I cried real tears down my side of my cheek. I really believe we were up 3-2.
Yeah.
Man. Yo, cool, man, bro. Great call, brother. Great call, brother. I appreciate you, Barry. I look forward to your future calls. I'm here twice a day, every day, all right? Big time.
I appreciate you, man. Call me back, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. I will. I always will call back.
Big
Ron,
time, right?
Karan, yep.
Karan.
Yep.
I say K-Ron because I don't want to say it like everybody else.
I appreciate it, brother. It's all good. As long as it ain't disrespectful, I take it.
Yo, keep up the good work, bro, and all my blessings to you, man.
Thank you, family. I appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Big time salute, my man Barry. Sometimes for some reason, like I got call ID, so the way his name popped up, I thought he called before, but I don't think he called before. But so if I say your name, it's because the call ID does pop up, but I usually allow them to tell me their name, you know. But what I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna get ready to talk about these Raptors. We are not done. All right, we got to continue smashing the like button. You guys know the rules. We at 150. Let's get to 200. All right. Big time salute to my man, Brother Garfield Podcast in the building. I appreciate you, Brother Garfield Podcast, for rocking out. Man, we talking about a whole lot. I'm not sure when you joined the show, but I'm definitely getting ready to talk about the Toronto Raptors game tonight and tell you JJ said, where's the Discord? Yo, JJ, great question. Great time. Continue to smash that like button. So to all my channel members, All right, all my channel members, because there's a lot of you that are not in the Discord. I'm trying to get y'all in there because tonight we're gonna be talking about the game. All right, we definitely talk while the game is on. We discuss the game 100,000%. So all you got to do, I can't show you here, but this is a rough example. At the top of your tab, it's not going to look like this because I'm not a member on this channel that I'm on, right? All you got to do is click on the members tab. All right. When you click on the members tab, you'll see members perks. When you see the members perks, then you will be able to see the Discord, the Knicks Tape Madness Discord. Click on that and you join. All right. So if you're a channel member and you want to get inside the Discord, that's how you'll do it. Now, what I'll do at the end of this show, I also will put a post in the community section. So if you are a channel member, look out for the post in the community section, and that will be also a way for you to join the Discord. But great question, JJ. And once again, it's Maxine, the super producer's birthday. We are showing her love and granting her a wish, a happy birthday wish. All right. So if you want to send her some love, you can hit the Cash App. You can let her know in the chat. Send her some balloons. Happy birthday. All right. It's this very special day. We got some plans. And yeah, we're going to be doing the thing, man. Big time salute to everybody in the building, all the subscribers, all the channel members. So JJ, hopefully that helps. Yeah, okay, JJ. Yeah, I've been looking for you, Jay. I keep forgetting to ask you about that, JJ. Big time salute to Zach in the building. Ooh, Zach introduced something that is interesting. Ooh, he says, I don't think his ankle will fully heal. But here's the problem with that premise, Zach. He's not hurt. He's not sitting out because, hold on. He's not sitting out because he's hurt. I promise you. When you see him on the, all right, this is what we could do. When you see him on the injury reports, it's not because he's dealing with swelling or soreness. You've never seen that with Mitchell Robinson. That never happened. Right? They are trying something that's novel, that's new, and it's cool. It may work. Maybe he's the test subject for some future study. I mean, that's great, right? All I'm saying is there are games that we could have used them, but salute to my man. Who was it? Was it Rock? It was either Rock or it was the other brother who I can't remember who said it, but they said that, hey, it's just regular season. No, Tugboat, yeah. It's just the regular season. You know, like, it is what it is. If he missed games, we still going to be in the playoffs, and that's cool. All I'm saying is the brother could get hurt at any time. So if I could have won some extra games and then he got hurt inevitably, okay, it is what it is. You know, but he's not dealing with an injury. I didn't read any report on him being hurt, and you guys know I read all the news, but we could go to Fox Sports injuries if you want. All right. All the ankle injuries you see here, or the not injuries, but all of these ankles are pretty much injury management. It's all the same. He never tweaked the ankle. He never did nothing to the ankle. It's not a new injury. It's none of that. Right now, he was ill here on the 24th. That's different. That's an illness. But all of these are ankle. Anytime you see ankle, he never hurt his ankle. It was never sore, never sprained. Nothing. It's this novel load management procedure for a guy who's not hurt. So I didn't read anywhere that the ankle didn't fully heal. Zach, if you got that, put that in the Discord, Zach. If you got an article saying that he never fully healed, or there's some other condition with the ankle, put that in the Discord. I'll check that out. Maybe it's something I missed. Trust me, I read hundreds of articles every day. Not just Knicks, but also NBA. I read a lot. So it's easy for stuff to slip through the cracks. But trust me, one of the things I've been monitoring was Mitchell Robinson's injury reports. Every time I go here, he's not even on the report tonight. That's the crazy part. So that's another reason why we talked about it. And I didn't go with this angle. We could entertain it if you want. But will he play both games? Will he? I mean, it's expected that he'll miss out one. But you just never know. Maybe they say, hey, we've done what we could. We're down to the wire. Let him play both games. Now I'm gonna keep it real. I'm the objective fan. As much as I want Mitch to play, we're not gonna need Mitch tonight. Yeah. One thing about me, you guys know I didn't even plug the journal yet. Hold on. You guys know I use this system right here, the 82 night system. So all I did was I went through my notes. By the way, you could go get this if you want. This is on the link tree that you see below. Okay. We got the playoff edition called Game Night coming out. All right. We'll be shipping those off right before the playoffs. But I went in my 82 nights and I took some notes, and I noticed with Mitchell Robinson that the first game he was dominant. I didn't even look at the points. I don't even care about points with Mitchell Robinson. That's just, if you care about Mitchell Robinson's points, then you're going to be disappointed because most nights he doesn't score. So I look at the rebounding. In the first game against the Raptors, he had 15 rebounds. In the second game against the Raptors, he had 5 rebounds. He didn't play in the third game. And in the third game is where we smacked them the most. We blew them out 119-92 without Mitchell Robinson. And that was in Toronto, the same place that we're getting ready to go to tonight. So if I'm going to sit Mitch, it'll be tonight. I need him against OK. I need all hands on deck against SGA tomorrow because I want to win that game. I need that game tomorrow against the Oklahoma City Thunder because I want Stephen A. Smith to get on the air and, oh, man, I may have to rethink the Knicks now because, they beat Oklahoma City. The Knicks tonight, they opened at a -1.5, and we grew to a bigger favorite. Oh, my fault. Let me get back to research mode. We grew to a bigger favorite. We're now -2.5. So, favorite on the road to win. Pretty good. We know that the road has been a struggle. Let me get you the actual record, though. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go to the 82 Nights Club. Once again, you get access to that if you purchase the 82 Night system. Or you could also become a you could become an OKF fan, OKF Nation Plus member on the channel, and you get access to these stats as well. All right. But let me go up in there because I want to give you the exact stat. Oh, hold on, wait. I got a message from somebody saying they got their mugs yesterday. Hold up. I didn't even plug the mug. A lot to plug today. I'm dealing with birthdays. Salute to the person who just messaged me saying they got their mug yesterday. Big time salute to you. If you're curious to know, these are the mugs we also have as well. Just to show you. Just because somebody literally just messaged me that. And we got the This Week Inside the NYK Bodega Cat. Actually, this one is the best seller right here, the one that's in the middle. Then you got the blue and orange brunch mug for this show that we're on right now. And then you got the Captain 11 mugs. All right. So just to let you know, you visit the link tree. Everything we do on this channel can be found on my link tree. All right. Just to give a quick plug on that. And I'm still getting that stat for you as I enter the 82 Nights Club, because against 500 teams on the road, above 500 teams on the road, we kind of struggle. And that's why I'm like, tonight, I usually guarantee a victory. It's hard for me to guarantee the victory tonight. I think we could win, but, for me to do the guarantee, you guys, not like Charles Barkley guarantee. Relax. Not like that. I'm not going to say guarantee. That's just wild because he don't watch basketball. How you going to guarantee a result and you don't even watch basketball? So now it's like playing Russian roulette if you go with Charles Barkley's philosophy. I wouldn't recommend it. But on the road, we are 5-13. 5-13 against 500 and above teams. Now, we won in Toronto twice. All right, that's our first signature wins on the season. The first was in Toronto. And what a signature win is, according to the 82 Night system, according to this, you got to get a win on the road against a top 5 team in the conference. We only done that 3 times, believe it or not. And The first time we've ever done it was twice in Toronto and then in Boston when we blew out Boston. So this will be an opportunity at our 4th signature win on the year. And I'm just thinking as an objective fan. I'm not thinking as a Knicks fan right now where, yeah, we're going to beat everybody. I had to become the objective fan because I was a delusional fan. I used to think the Knicks were going to win everything, but that ended in early 2000. Once they traded Ewing, that was the end of the delusional Knicks fan. From there, that's when I just faced reality. I said, yeah, we suck. And that was the most empowering thing that I ever did, was acknowledge that the Knicks suck whenever they suck. Because now I could always look at it from a realistic perspective. Don't just think, oh, we New York, we could beat anybody. No, that's going to get you cooked. And it's going to get your heart broke. So I stayed neutral in the middle. I never get too high, never get too low. My reaction for the Spurs game was not just because we beat the Spurs. I'm looking at the naysayers and the critics and the other people. I'm looking at their responses. That's really what I'm trying to go at. So if we really look at it from an objective lens, do we really win out against Toronto? Because I think if we win this game, we're more than likely going to win the last game in Madison Square Garden, because we do really good against these teams at home. At home, let me give you that record. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to give you that number. So at home, against 500 and above teams, we are 11-5. So we do good against these teams at home. But I don't know. I can see us winning this game and blowing them out. But I could also see this being a dogfight or them getting the win. The Toronto Raptors are a little bit better from this standpoint, from when we last saw them. The strategy in game, I think that was game 2. The strategy in game 2, because game 2 is where Ingram scored 31 and he was cooking us. The strategy was to not double team Ingram. And I think we need to continue not doubling superstars. Let them cook us. Do not double them, because when you double them, it gives these other guys open shots. We stopped it against the Spurs. We didn't do that. We guarded Wemby head up. And then we doubled them when we needed to, but it wasn't an unnecessary on the catch. He's 20 feet out, double him. If you doubling people 20 feet out, you're going to get cooked. So in that game 2 against Toronto, Ingram cooked us. He had 31, but nobody else scored more than 15, 16 points, something like that. We shut everybody else down, and we held them to 101 points, which is their high against us on the season. The other 2 games in the 90s. So right now, according to my scouting report, the Toronto Raptors are shooting the 3 ball a little bit more. Well, they're making more threes, I should say. Not attempting more, but making more. And they are shooting at a much higher percentage. In the last 10 games, they're shooting 38% from 3. Them guys have been letting it go. They got this kid, Walters. His name is Walters. Let me tell you something. I seen him before, but he had a game where he just was automatic. He came in the game because he normally comes off the bench. Can't leave these guys open. I'm telling you, if you leave in Sandro and Walters and Shan, if you leaving all of these guys open, they will torch you. Period. Don't do it. And you know RJ Barrett could hit the 3 if he's open. I'm not saying he's efficient. IQ could definitely hit the 3 ball. He's shooting 40%. He's a +3 in the last 10 games, 40% from downtown. Brandon Ingram is shooting 42% from 3. All of these guys are shooting the ball way better from 3. They're making more threes, and they're shooting the 3 ball better. That could be a concern tonight against us on the road. Okay? They're also shooting the ball slightly better as well. Another thing, too, they're scoring more. They're up to around 115.3 points a game. That puts them in the top 12 in the last 10 games. We're going to have to bring out our superior defense. And in the last 10 games, our defensive ranking is 9th with a 106.9. That's still minus 6.7 on the year. The defense is phenomenal. I'm very confident in our defense versus their newfound three-point shooting, because usually they shoot about 22. They're 22nd in shoot in three-point attempts. They shoot around 35% on the year. So overall, they're not a great shooting team. Just recently, they're shooting well. I'll take my defense, our defense, over their offense, and I think that gives us an edge. Another thing too, that kid Portal, and let me go back to the ESPN really quick. Oh, I'm still on there. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Let me just close this window out. That guy Portal, who's going to play tonight. Now this kid, Kyler Murray Balls, they call him CMB. This kid is a problem. He's a problem. I like him. It's just that they play him at the 5 and he's too small. But at the 4, he's solid. He's not playing tonight. He's going to be out. That's a huge blow for them. He actually started a couple of the games against us, but it don't matter who they start. We're going to cook them. Now, Portal and Towns, without Mitch, it'd be nice to have Mitch against Portal. Now, Portal is not the best rim protector. He gets cooked in pick and roll. If I'm the Knicks, I swear to God, if I see this, if they put Barnes on Towns and they put Portal on Hart, that Brunson-Hart pick and roll, Brunson might get 50 tonight. I'm keeping it real. Brunson could get 50 tonight. Their perimeter defense is solid, but they have no answers for Brunson at all. They have no answers for any of our perimeter guys, realistically, except Scotty Barnes. He does everything for them defensively. Scotty Barnes also has been playing in the paint. So OG, that's going to be a fight tonight, OG. Barnes has been a little bit solid in the paint, but he's coming back off injury, right? He's a couple of games back off injury. His scoring is down. He's averaging 17 points in the last couple of games, and he's a -2 on scoring. All right? So what type of Barnes will we get tonight? Will he be able to grind and take on that Towns challenge, especially if Towns is dialed in? I expect to see a Towns that possibly will be really aggressive, especially without Mitchell Robinson there. Let me see. In the last game where Mitch didn't play, I don't remember what he scored. Towns had 22 rebounds the last time. I don't remember what he scored, though. So he didn't score much, but he dominated the glass. I think Towns is going to improve upon this 8 points. But it's crazy that we blew them out by 27 points and Towns only had 8 points. And Brunson only had 13 points. It was the others that cooked Toronto, if y'all could see that. So I think that when I honestly think about this game, I think that Brunson and Towns are going to have a much better showing, and that should give us a serious advantage over this team. And even in this game, this wasn't the 30-point Ingram game, but it's kind of the same philosophy. You let Ingram cook, and the rest of these guys can't get good shots, And that's how you beat these guys. And their bench was just non-existent. But let me see. Walter had 20. Walter didn't even score when he saw us the last time. So that's why y'all don't even remember this kid. I'm telling you, they are a little different from the last time we saw them. Doesn't mean we can't beat them, but I'm just telling you what I observed in my scouting report. Now, defensively, the key here, offensively for you, but their defense, they want to turn you over. The Knicks have been one of the top teams all year. Top 4, top 5 in least turnovers. Turnovers is never an concern for us, so to speak. So as long as we protect the ball, we'll be fine. Even though we did have a couple of games where they turned us over, it still didn't translate to a loss because we turned them over too. So, the Knicks usually do good even if we turn the ball over when we turn the other team over because they're prone to getting turnovers as well. In the first game, Emmanuel quickly had 3 turnovers, and it was this game where they started Boyles against Towns. And that's why Towns was so dominant. I like Boyles a lot. I just don't understand why they start him. He's too small. He's only 6'7". And they always start him against these centers, and they wonder why they get cooked. Now, rebounding is going to be essential for us because overall we've been number 5 in offensive rebounds, averaging over 13 or just right under 13 rebounds, around 13 offensive rebounds. Our offensive rebounding is down. In the last 10 games, we're a minus 2.7 at 10.2. While the Toronto Raptors, they average 11 offensive rebounds a game. Okay, so it's going to be important. The offensive glass is going to be important. And then check this out. Anytime the Toronto Raptors get over 11 offensive rebounds, they're 18 and 11. So we need to limit the Raptors' second chance opportunities on the glass. It's very important. My matchup I'm the most concerned about is this Sandro kid, because Sandro, he lit us up. A lot of you guys remember him as the guy from San Antonio that scored like 30-something off the bench and made all those threes. Well, he's very prolific. He's in a different role in Toronto. He plays a lot of 5, but sometimes they play him and Portal together. And, you know, those guys are pretty solid on the inside. They're just not really great rebounders. So the glass is going to be important. We can't allow Sandro and Portal to assert themselves on the glass because that gives Toronto life. They're not the greatest half-court team. They're not. Ingram does a lot of the work in the half-court and Barnes posting up. RJ has the ability to come off pick and roll, and he does initiate a lot of pick and roll. But if you ask me, their half-court is, and same thing with Quickly. He does the same thing, but their half-court offense is limited. It really is. If you could defend the pick and roll and be prepared to switch, you'll be fine. All right. Now, the Raptors are a hungry team. If the trend continues for them, this will be their first playoff berth in 3 years. All right. And another thing, too, why I think Vegas has us as the favorites in the game. Let me go back to the main window I was at. Let me see if I hit the back button. Will it take us back? Let's hit it again. Let's see if it will take us back. So the reason why Vegas has us as the favorite at minus 2.5 is because the Toronto Raptors are the second worst team, or if not, they might be the worst top 6 team in the East. Out of the top 6, they're the worst home team. Their home record is 16 and 15. They're a better road team than they are a home team. So this could be part of the reason why we beat them twice already in Toronto. We've done it before. We kind of know what it takes to get them there. We know that we went on a crazy run in Game 3, a 27-4 run to close out the third quarter and take a monstrous lead. We outscored them in the second half, 72-41. So we always have the propensity to come back. And if we're down early, I would say not to be so discouraged. That, you know, the Knicks have lost more first quarters than they've won. So even if we start off slow, there is a world where this Knicks team can bounce back. But I don't like that. I really don't like that. And then also RJ Barrett, he's the only one of those guys, the starters, to be struggling. Maybe Barnes, but they're the only ones to not be prolific at the 3-ball. So if you got to leave RJ open for a 3, leave him open for a 3. You know, let him prove it. No, but then he did have 3 threes in the quarter against, I don't remember who that was. It might have been Washington. I can't remember. But he did. I do remember seeing that. Nonetheless, it is what it is. What else I want to talk about? It's a lot here. They lost to OKC without SGA. To me, like, that showed me that this Raptor team, they're just not really, they're not about that life, bro. Yeah, they're a top 6 team in the East, but you lose to SGA in them, or you lose to OKC without SGA, that says to me that you're not ready. And to be honest, like, they do got a decent starting 5, but they don't got the firepower to beat us. Seriously, they don't. They really don't. Let's see. There's a lot more here, but I'm gonna end it there. I mean, if you want to talk about net rating, you know, the Raptors, they're 12th in net rating in the last 10 games at 5.4, but we're 8th in net rating at 6.7. So we've been the net rating gods in the last couple of games. But that's my Toronto take. I think we could win, but I can't guarantee a victory here tonight. because I think that at some point the numbers balance out. Big time salute to everybody in the building. AP, I hope you got my email, AP. Big time salute to you, AP. Great to see you in the building. And if you just joined, today is the super producer's birthday. All right, so we want to wish her a happy birthday. Big time salute to Maxine, the super producer. Okay, it's her birthday. And if you want to send her a little something, you can via Cash App. $ Mental Wealth Cult. Okay, that's her Cash App. And she would appreciate it for her birthday. She's been getting a lot of love today. So today is the only show we're doing today because it's her birthday. We got to celebrate. And, you know, we're going to have some fun. All right. So big time salute to everybody rocking with the show. Continue to get the likes up. Very important. And if you guys want to call up, we'll take a couple of more calls. Why not? Why not? You know, if you want to show Maxine some love, let's do it. But continue to smash that like button. All right. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We got to get the likes up to 200. Okay. So continue to smash the like button as well. Continue to smash the like button as well. That's my Raptors take. There also have been a better offense as well. Their offense is a little better overall. They're 11th ranked offense. Overall, they're 16th. Steals, something to watch as well. All right. But I think that we'll be fine against. I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine. I think we will be fine against these guys. But we started out game 2 turning over the ball. We got to protect the ball. So I gave you guys some things to look out for, right? In this game. That guy 22. Big time salute to my man, that guy 22. He says happy birthday. Yes, yes. Wish her a happy birthday. Yep. Okay, AP, you got the email. Big time. Yep. I just wanted to let you know I didn't forget about you. Travel Vibes. Big time salute to you, Travel Vibes. Great to see you in the building. All right. Well, look, we'll be back here tomorrow for the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. I'm going to break down that OKC game. We'll also be back tomorrow where there's smoke, there's fire right after that game. We do appreciate you guys. Look out for the next Fanathon video. It should be dropping tonight as well. I do appreciate you guys. And as always, until next time, let's go. Yeah.